Welcome to my home. It's a place I once considered a sanctuary, a haven from the outside world. But now, it feels more like a cage, and the bars are made of my own fear. Tonight, I'm going to share something deeply personal, something that has kept me awake for countless nights, something that has fundamentally changed how I view reality. I'm talking about the mirror. It stands there, an antique, beautiful on the surface, sound, distant, melancholic music, or the faint sound of an old clock ticking. But underneath, it holds a darkness that I'm only just beginning to comprehend. From unsettling reflections that aren't my own, to whispers that echo when no one is speaking. A persistent chill in the room where it hung, even with the heating on. A faint, almost imperceptible scent of old roses, even though there were no flowers around. Sometimes, out of the corner of my eye, I'd swear I saw a flicker of movement within its depths, like a shadow dancing just beyond my perception. I dismissed it, of course. Attribution bias, a tired mind. Anything but what my gut was screaming. Something was inherently wrong with this mirror. And even physical manifestations that defy explanation, this mirror has become the epicenter of a chilling haunting. Get ready, because what I'm about to tell you might just make you look twice at your own reflection. I've become constantly anxious, always feeling that watchful gaze. Sleep has become a luxury, haunted by nightmares of being trapped within reflective surfaces. Sound, keyboard clicking, turning pages, solemn. Investigative music. I've felt a persistent sense of dread, a feeling that something is actively trying to communicate, or perhaps to escape. Their initial reactions varied. Some skeptical, others intrigued. One suggested a cleansing ritual, which I attempted, burning sage and chanting, but it seemed to only provoke the mirror further. The activity became more aggressive afterward, almost as if it was mocking my efforts. Your expression is weary, but resolute. Sound. The low hum returns, then slowly fades into silence. A final, sharp, unsettling sound effect. Another expert mentioned the possibility of a portal or gateway effect, where mirrors, due to their reflective nature, can sometimes act as conduits between dimensions. Do I believe it's truly haunted? Without a shadow of a doubt. The evidence, both personal and anecdotal, is too overwhelming to dismiss. It's more than just a trick of the light or an overactive imagination. It's a constant reminder of the thin veil between our world and whatever lies beyond. I've shared my story, my personal nightmare, with you. Now, I ask you, have you ever experienced something truly inexplicable? Do you have an object in your home that feels alive? Share your experiences in the comments below, and let's explore these mysteries together. Perhaps, by sharing our stories, we can shine a light into the darkest corners of the unknown. And who knows, maybe, just maybe, you'll help me understand the full extent of the haunted mirror in my house. This mirror is a window into something profoundly unsettling, a glimpse behind the veil of our perceived reality. That thought sent shivers down my spine. I haven't been able to bring myself to get rid of it. Part of me is terrified of what might happen if I do. Will it follow me? Will it simply find another unsuspecting soul? And another part, the curious part, wants to keep observing, to keep trying to understand the enigma it represents. It's a constant battle between fear and fascination. Focus on your reactions. Fear, confusion, dread. Sound creaks, whispers, the sound of glass vibrating. Sudden silences. I'd be looking in the mirror, getting ready for the day, and for a split second, I wouldn't see my own face. Low guttural whispers, like someone was trying to speak from behind a thick pane of glass. I dove deep into research, poring over articles and books on haunted objects, spectral energy, and the folklore surrounding mirrors. I learned about theories of residual energy, imprints of intense emotions or events left behind on objects. I also explored the idea of attached entities, spirits that become tethered to a specific item. They weren't always clear, but sometimes I'd make out fragmented words. Cold, alone, mine. They seemed to emanate directly from the mirror itself. I'd press my ear against the frame, and the vibrations would be undeniable. Is it the spirit of Alara, trapped and seeking release? Is it a curse passed down through generations? Or is it something far older, far more primal, an entity that simply uses the mirror as a window into our world? The truth remains elusive, but my feelings are a constant oscillation between sheer terror and an overwhelming need to understand. I'm afraid of it, yes, but I'm also compelled, almost addicted to unraveling its mystery. One night, I heard a distinct, melancholic hum, like a forgotten lullaby emanating from the living room where the mirror hangs. It filled the entire space, making the air thick with an oppressive sadness. Instead, it would be a fleeting glimpse of an older woman, her eyes wide with what looked like sorrow or desperation. It was always gone in an instant, leaving me questioning my sanity. Was I just tired? Was my mind playing tricks? A history of haunting, unveiling the past visual, old sepia-toned photos, or grainy footage suggesting age. Focus on the mirror itself, highlighting its unique design or imperfections. Let's go back to how this began. This isn't some ordinary mirror I picked up at a furniture store last week. I'll include a few clips here, but be warned, they are unsettling. Insert video clips. A dark, wavering shadow moving across the reflection. A subtle distortion of the room around you that doesn't match reality. Perhaps a brief flash of a face, though highly obscured. In one instance, I walked past it, and I swear I saw my own reflection weeping. Tears streaming down its face, while my real face felt utterly devoid of emotion. Another time, the glass felt intensely cold to the touch, almost icy, despite the room being warm. It left a faint, lingering mark on my fingers, like a frost. No, this antique-looking glass has a story, a long and disturbing one that I've painstakingly pieced together. I acquired it about 5 years ago from an estate sale, deep in the countryside. It was a dusty, ornate piece with a heavy, dark wood frame, intricately carved. I remember feeling an immediate draw to it, an almost magnetic pull even then. It felt strangely cold to the touch, despite the warm day. At the sale, the elderly woman running it seemed eager to get rid of it. She mentioned it had belonged to her great-grandmother, but quickly changed the subject when I pressed for more details. Later, through some local historical records and a few hushed conversations with longtime residents, I uncovered fragments of its past. The mirror apparently belonged to a woman named Alara, who lived in the late 1800s. The whispers claim she was a recluse, obsessed with her own reflection, and that she met a rather unfortunate end. Some say self-inflicted, others by a mysterious illness, all while staring into this very mirror. When I first brought it home, even before the really terrifying stuff started, there were small, unsettling things. Unsettling encounters. The mirror's activity visual. Reenactments of the experiences using clever camera angles and lighting to create suspense. The subtle unease soon escalated into outright terror. It began with the reflections. Then came the sounds. The most chilling encounters involved actual visual phenomena. I've recorded a few things, though it's incredibly difficult to capture the fleeting, though I've recorded a fewly. Though it's so guided to the valley be a remedy you be a burk whiting to be a burk you to big poida akalam lake sick pipa to itika sick tita alek sick tita tipa we can you sick a bit tiklil I suck it arskits without tuck beak a tap your you flect zeta to the gas wits what ten sit to be These experiences haven't just been unsettling. They've had a profound emotional impact, investigating the unexplained, seeking answers, visual shots of you researching online, books on paranormal, perhaps a phone call or a Zoom screen with an expert. After months of denial and self-doubt, I knew I had to seek answers. I even consulted with a few paranormal investigators online. My current theories about the mirror are a mix of dread and morbid curiosity. Final thoughts. A mirror to the unknown. Visual. Return to a shot of the mirror, perhaps slightly blurred or with a subtle, eerie glow. So, what have I concluded about this mirror? As for my current relationship with it, it's complicated. It still hangs in my living room. This mirror has shown me that there are things in this world that defy logical explanation, things that exist just beyond our comprehension.